Hello, Narcisa. Congratulations on making a beautiful crown for the Miss Filipina International pageant for its 10th anniversary. Congratulations. So,
Thank you.
I'm,
My pleasure.
can you tell us more about the crown? Can you describe it to our viewers?
Well, I love traveling to Philippines, so I always pay attention to nature around me, and I wanted something that, encompasses the whole country. So there are elements of course, the sea pearls and the whole blue that comes from the beautiful blue ocean, the sea. A little bit of ideas of pineapples as well. So if you look carefully, you see a lot of elements incorporated in it that sends you kind of back to different islands, different places in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm. When were you in the Philippines?
Well, I live in Hong Kong, so I traveled to the Philippines quite a lot. Last time I think was a few months back.
Mm. Okay. And it took you how long to make the crown? And what was the most challenging part of making the crown?
Well, first of all, making the design was the most challenging part, I guess, because I wanted something that was different with a bit of royal influence, but at the same time for the modern queen. So yes, I think the design part was the most challenging, and it took us about 3 months to just set it because it's entirely hand set. The whole process, I would say, maybe 4 or 5 months.
Mhm. Wow. Is this the first time that you created a crown for a beauty pageant?
For a beauty pageant, yes,
Wow.
yes.
And I know you were appointed by Her Royal Highness Princess Olga Romanov as the official jewelry supplier. What did you make her a crown as well, or what other crown
Uh,
have you done before?
on, but more royal crowns. Yes, maybe like 4 or 5 so far, and some others are not necessarily royal crowns, but tiaras. A lot of others as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I normally specialize in royal jewelry when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to crowns and tiaras.
Mm-hmm. And talk about the stones that you specifically chose for this crown and your inspiration for putting them there.
Well, as I said, I wanted to have blue, and I wanted to have this very vivid blue that you can, being on stage and it's far away from the crowd. I wanted everybody to be able to see the colors very, very clearly. So I chose Swiss blue topaz,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have fresh water pearls, fresh seawater pearls, different sizes. The rest, we have, I think, a couple of thousand pieces of CZ, and the whole crown is set in silver. I think it's about 200 something grams. It's very heavy.
You have done a lot of jewelry also for the red carpet. Can you talk about that and who were your famous clients?
Oh, goodness. Well, over the years, I've created pieces for various events and also different celebrities. I don't even know where to start. Beyonce for the Oscars. I had pieces for Madonna and Rihanna for Met Gala. Taylor Swift, Rihanna many times, Jennifer Lopez, and the list goes on and on.
And I know you also did some for Michelle Obama.
Yes, yes. I had the privilege, and I'm very proud of that moment to create the ring for the last address of the president in Chicago for the First Lady. Yes.
When you do jewelry for specific celebrities, what do you take into consideration?
Well, whenever people decide what to wear, it's always the outfit that comes first. Jewelry always comes to complement what you're wearing. So what I take in consideration is basically, first of all, the event, the occasion, also the obviously the personality of each celebrity wearing this, and I would say, especially Met Gala, of course, the theme is the most important. You have to follow certain themes. And just my feelings sometimes, if I want to work with emeralds or if I want to work with rubies for certain pieces, I don't necessarily think who's going to wear that piece. I just create something that I love. And if it happened to be picked up by some celebrity, that's wonderful.
When did you start designing jewelry? And I know you went to law school and you just stopped doing the law school and went to jewelry designing. So what made you go into jewelry designing?
Actually, well, law school was a little thing just in between. After I finished my first degree, I kind of got attracted by law, and I'm like, well, you know what? I come from a family where everybody went to law school. Why don't I also give it a shot as a second degree, actually? And after a year, I'm like, no, I don't think this is what I want to do. I just follow my passion. So I started doing design for jewelry about 20 years ago out of Tokyo. I was working for a Japanese trading house, and I was working with a lot of antiques at that time and fine jewelry too. So my job was to travel around the world and find unique pieces for collectors. Sometimes some collectors would ask me, would you redesign this for me? I love the center stone, but I'm not so keen on the particular piece. And that's how I started. One, two, three times. And I'm like, oh my God, I really love this. So then I went to GIA, American Gemological Institute. I studied jewelry design and also diamonds, because I wanted to make sure that if I do something, I'm a little bit of an expert in it. I don't just come and say, okay, I'm a designer because I decided so overnight. And at the same time, while doing all the studies, at the same time, I started making one-of-a-kind pieces, not necessarily commercial collections, but mostly bespoke pieces.
Okay. As a child, can you describe yourself as a child? Were you always creative and you always had this curiosity about gems?
Yes, yes. I always loved art and design since I was a little girl. Always like I had an eye for beauty. I like to look around me and find inspiration in everything. And actually, it's beauty in the eye of the beholder, right? So if you really look carefully, you can find so many beautiful things around you, whether it's nature, when art objects, where in museums, where simply just in people. There's so much inspiration out there. And being a curious child, I think I was not so good at sketching in the beginning. Being a jewelry designer, you have to be very good at sketching. Because my mind was going everywhere. I'm like, in my mind, I see all these beautiful pieces, but how can I put them on paper? So slowly, I learned how to bring to life all those ideas. And now I'm enough to actually work with a much bigger team, to have people around me also to support, to have my in-house technical team as well, and goldsmith. So over years, we just exponentially grew, but organically somehow.
Yeah, aside from being a designer of jewelry, you are also an entrepreneur, a businesswoman, a mother. So talk about juggling all these things and also working as a businesswoman and entrepreneur.
It's actually not that difficult. And I'm a type of person who never complains about what I have to do in life. I just go and do it. That's it. Very simple. I love what I do. I don't see it as a job. For me, it's my life passion. I think I'm one of those very fortunate to do exactly what you love in life.
Mhm.
So being an entrepreneur, I think, was not the main part of what I'm doing. I didn't start it because I wanted to be successful, because I wanted to build an empire or something. I just wanted to follow my passion and follow my heart. So it kind of came very naturally to me, I guess.
And what do you look forward to about seeing your beautiful crown on top of the head of the Miss Filipina International winner?
I want the winner to feel like a real queen, to feel empowered, and to feel like I have so much to give, because I have all this power. I am who I am. I got here because I am a wonderful human being, and because I have wonderful values as well. So I just want that girl to feel on top of the world.
Thank you very much, Narcisa, and more power to you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.